Ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be for this one, buddy.
There we go. Obviously another tough game. 5th straight loss. Let's just start with that. Do you feel like the 5 straight losses are starting to mount a little bit on the morale?
No, not at all. Not even talked about. Not even discussed by anybody. Not at all.
Why is that?
We know that, and our guys, I think they understand that this is a process. You know, this is a process, and nobody's even talked about, hey, we've got 5 in a row or nothing like that. I mean, they understand this is a process. They understand that, you know, we're kind of up against the wall here a little bit. You might say with Daquan and you know, and then Joel with his hand, and there's you know, so there went some of our scoring for a couple weeks, you know.
Yeah.
So we're having to really piece that together. And one of the reasons why I think they don't feel that is because I think they said it after the game, they clearly see what has to be our focus. And that's defense. That's pride and guts on defense.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not the losses that we've talked about the last few games. Here's what we've talked about. Pittsburgh, we gave up 50 in the first half. Coffeyville gave up 45 in the first half. Independence, we gave up 44 in the first half. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just lack of, you know, lack of self-discipline, lack of little guts on defense, and they see that, and I think they're willing to tackle that.
You know, Joel didn't play today. You know, he had the hand injury last
Sunday.
game on Tuesday. I didn't see him aggravate it, but obviously he clearly did. What's his diagnosis and prognosis?
The injury was on Sunday, and you know, Tuesday, if you watched him closely, he couldn't catch the ball with that hand.
Yeah.
He could shoot it, but he could not catch the ball with that hand. He fractured a bone in his hand, right below his pinky. So they're saying he's out for, you know, at least 2 weeks, and they'll reevaluate. So
okay.
That's where we're at with that. So hopefully we'll get him back. But either way, as a unit, I told you, you asked me a long time ago if I'm going to use our youth as an excuse. I'm not using our youth as an excuse for losing, but one of the hardest things to learn in the game of basketball is how to be a gritty, gutsy defender until you get a rebound. Not until you just give up an easy layup, but until you gut a possession out and get a rebound. And, you know, we got a lot of youngsters who can score the ball, you know, who can handle the ball. But we're learning that we're learning as a unit to be that gutsy defender. I mean, you look at the progress Devontae Yates, he played varsity last year. Mm-hmm. Look at the progress as a defender he made from last year to this year. You know, and that's where we're at. We're trying to come together as you look at Jamar. Jamar's a senior. That's why he's probably our best on-ball defender.
Yeah.
You know, he's a senior. He understands what it takes to gut out a possession on defense.
Yeah.
Time after time after time.
Yeah. A new caveat for Indy from when you played him in the opening game to that. This is only his second start, and I think third game appearing was Davion Lewis. This is a freshman.
We saw him. Yeah, we saw him this summer. We knew he's a talented kid. We knew, and I'm gonna take most of the blame in the first half. Well, I'll take 50% of it. I thought Brett's physicality might cause a little more problem with him, and then he just took Brett outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he made Brett pay outside. So part of it's on Brett. He's still got to get out there, but the other part's on me. I left Brett on him too long. But one of the reasons why I did, Devontae's been getting in a lot of first half foul trouble.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to put Devontae on him too early, but with that, I'll just compliment Devontae on the job he did on him in the second half. You know, he locked him up pretty well. You know, so
you're going forward now. You got Gerard coming in here on Tuesday. You know, obviously you're going to look to avoid that slow start.
Right.
You know, on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. What specific adjustments do you make between now and Tuesday to try and correct that?
We've already made one adjustment. I've been talking to this young group for quite some time about them stepping up as leaders, you know, Sometimes the youngsters, they don't always like to say a whole lot out of lack of, well, should I, is this my place?
They don't feel like they have the right to.
Right, is this my place? And I've been telling them, we need vocal leaders. We need vocal leaders. And we get in that locker room, before I get to say anything, Jamar, Derek, Vontae, they're all, even Adam Gallmarker coming off the bench, he's a senior, good inspirational player. But they're always saying, hey, we do not want to be known as a second half team. Because we have played well the last 2 games in the second half. They don't want to be known as a
played well all season team in the second half.
Yeah. So, but like I said, they've taken one step as they see it, and they say, hey, we got to come Monday, we got to come Tuesday, So they see it, and they're growing. I'll just say that we're growing. It's the process. They're growing. That's about it. We're growing. And like I said, they took a big step after the game. So,
hey, thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.